Wonderful indeed. Alright, sorry guys, we're back. A bit of a break there. We might have had an individual who needed to take care of some personal business. And that's about all we're going to say about that. Because I already told Twitch chat exactly what's happening, so read Twitch chat if you're really that
Did you
curious.
unmod me? Did you
I
get
not.
rid of my sword?
No, you have a sword right there.
I don't see a sword.
I see a sword. Look at the viewer list and you'll see your name under the mods.
Yeah, I'm unmodded as well, or I can't see myself as a mod at the moment either,
Look,
so it's probably some Twitch stuff.
Twitch is buggy as hell. If you look at the viewer list, both of you are actually mods. Because I don't know why I did that, but
Because I was your first follower.
were you?
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. Oh, and now I have.
You were
what did I
casting
do?
a scrim of ours when we were on a sub account and we were just forming Prime Acres. You were like, "Can I cast your game?" And we were like, "Sure." So we joined your stream, and I followed.
What a guy.
What a guy! Some history right there. All right.
More people should follow. Don't you agree?
I agree.
I should probably do that.
I think you're already. I think you're already on the follow list, Shrek. I'm pretty sure you are.
Am I? Okay.
It's fine.
Maybe.
Anyway, they leave the Swiftblade open and then don't pick it. So, curious. Ogre gonna ban out Parasite and Kraken. Hellborg gonna remove Cthulhu and Gemini. So, they really do not want to let Nox have that dog. Which, okay, like he's a good Gemini player, but
I mean, to a certain extent, I understand it, because dog is just an incredibly annoying hero to deal with, but... Yeah, like... You know Beaver Banger?
yeah.
Like, if you have the same Gemini as that guy, and to be honest, Gemini is just like a Swiftblade. You can run him Suicide, you can run him Carry, and he's strong in both instances. And he's gonna one-shot a support when he gets level 6 with his combo, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just like Oogie, sure. If you want to bring out Beatbanger, he's a ridiculous Oogie player, so fine. Gemini, I feel like you can deal with that hero, but now he has something to say.
Gemini, I think the best thing about him is that he can be run as a suicide, as well as a carry. So you got options. With Oogie, it's only at safe lane.
Or jungle.
Yes. Please
Or
no.
jungle.
Please no.
I mean, if you have
That
a
doesn't
bubble,
work.
or if we've seen a Bubbles jungle in the winner bracket finals of Diamond, I think an Oogie can go with as well.
That didn't work. That didn't work. I love you, Willow Keeper, I love you, Fusion, and I love your innovation and your weird strats. That's weird. I don't know. Like, that didn't make a lot of sense to me.
Second pick Keeper.
Yeah, that's fine. That'll counter the Tempest. I mean, they have Swiftblade Key. These are really powerful heroes they've got. So, I'm pretty okay with what's going down right now. And Ophelia? Ophelia?
Not... No,
If they get
I mean,
Ophelia, they have hardcore push.
They do. That's what I'm thinking. And if they can add Rhapsody to that, it's gonna be really hard to do some stuff against the BMG
They
team.
don't even need Rhapsody. They just
They
need
don't,
a strong stunner, pretty much a strong initiator, like a
Rhapsody's
Magnus.
strong
But
stunner.
oh my God, stop!
Rhapsody is a great stun.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It just
No,
feels like you're loving that hero a little bit
You're a
too
hard
much.
support player. Back me up. Rhapsody's stun is fantastic.
Yeah, Rhapsody stun is amazing.
Right there. 2 against
I
1.
agree.
Shuriken's
I
stun.
love Rhapsody. I think Rhapsody.
Myrmidon stun is better.
Shuriken, I think
Myrmidon
you're still...
stun is better.
No. Shuriken, I think you're still full of shit.
No, it all emptied out just now. Like, I swear, that was like the emptiest I felt for a while.
No, but what I'm
That
looking
laugh
at, if
was-
they pick up Ophelia, they are gonna lack a lot of, like, yeah, first of all the Initiator, because they're gonna be banned out, and Ogre already has his, or theirs, the Magnus.
Yeah.
So the risk is that they're not actually getting someone that could fill the role of the Pebbles right there. But
Well-
still, Pebbles, I don't know.
Pebbles requires a lot of farm to get going, but I do like it. It's the one other hero I was thinking of because he has an AoE stun, and if they have a good Pebbles player, that's going to be on 2 people, if not 3, in most team fights. Like, I know that Mickey is probably considered to have one of the best Pebbles in the game, like Pebbles is in the game. But,
He is
I mean,
the best Pebbles in the game.
Okay, he's the best Pebbles in the
No
game,
doubt.
but I know for sure that Super KGE can play a pretty sick Pebbles if he puts his mind to it. So,
Yeah.
it's
I
gonna
like
be fun
it
to
because
see.
Bubbles can't take cover, the stun. from Pebbles. And Bubbles is going to be suicide this game since they already have the Magnus picked up, and Pebbles could just be played in a safe lane with the support. They're going to wreck the Bubbles if that's the case.
The only thing that concerns me about Pebbles is you basically have to dual lane that hero mid. Like, you can't really do anything else.
Safe lane, safe lane. I think that's really strong.
I don't like it.
Suicide
don't
Swift
like
Blade,
it.
safe lane Pebbles, pretty strong in my opinion.
I really don't like it.
Pebbles together with like Ophelia or something and safe lane, and you just get Steam Boots and Mystic Vestment, and he is so beefy, and he's got so much damage in the early game. They can just push 2 towers in no time. You don't need the early portal key. Like, you don't need to rush it. Just beef up a little bit, and he's like Armadon in the early game, or something like that.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
but
not gonna
Armadon's
compare
got
him
more
to an
care
Armadon.
potential, so...
Maybe not to an Armadon, but I'm just like, when you're starting up the game, like at level 5 or something, like, he's really tanky. He's not going to be affected by the fact
I'd
that
say
he
he's
has
like a
the lowest
Kraken.
armor
He's
in the
like
game.
a Kraken at level 6.
Yeah, you can say like a Kraken.
He's like a Kraken.
That's a good, better comparison.
Yes. Myrmidon's stun is better than Rhapsody's stun. I don't care which all of you say. It's AoE.
Yeah,
Better.
of course it is. But Rhapsody Ultimate is better than Myrmidon Ultimate. And Rhapsody second spell is better than the Carp.
Dude, Carp is fucking sexy, man. Cast it from fog,
maybe.
2.5 second stun. Easy.
Okay, Torture. And Ophelia is still not banned, by the way. So that's still an option.
Yeah, I'd like to see it, to be
Puppet
honest.
Master.
Well, not anymore. So he's going to
Oh, I don't know about that.
Well,
I don't.
Yeah,
I
this
guess
doesn't
he's
make any
very good against the.
sense.
He's good against the bubbles as well, but he doesn't really fill like the void or the role that BMG needs to fill. Like they got Swiftblade already, very active early game hero, and Pebbles. Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't speak to me at all.
I really would have liked to see, even if it was Swiftblade solo top, Pebbles dual mid, or Swiftblade solo mid, and then Keeper suicide with an Ophelia, because in that, unless it's a support Puppet Master,
Yeah, that could actually work against the bubbles.
I actually would really like that.
Yeah,
But
I'm okay with support
know.
PM. The only person I've ever seen
They
run
already
it was
got the
Z-Freak.
lockdown, though.
But
They already got the Staglamites for shutting down the bubbles, or like he can't take cover that, so I don't think it's necessary, but... Yeah,
Now
that
Ophelia
was a
would be
very
amazing.
weird pick.
now Ophelia
Puppets.
would be incredible to push with.
no, I'm not a huge fan of the Ophelia in that situation, actually. I do like the Pyro better.
Against Malikan, well, I mean, they have a lot of counter push
Yeah.
with Malikan and Bubbles, but at the same time, then Pebbles just jumps.
Okay,
if
honestly,
Malikan uses sword throw.
I feel like Malikan's a terrible pick here. They have so much lockdown and so much magic damage, they can just burst him and kill him.
But he's quite tanky. He is.
Not
With
really.
Mystic Vestment, Steam Boots, Insanitarius, for example, and then he gets a BKB on top of that. Like,
I mean, once he gets a
He's just gonna
BKB,
stand
it'll
in
be
the
a
middle of team
problem,
fights.
but like his possession plus 40 armor, not going to do all that much, and they're going to be able to prevent him from moving and from auto-attacking pretty significantly. So,
It's going to have to be an early Shrunken Head, otherwise he's going to
yeah,
get wrecked.
it's going to have to be an early Shrunken Head. Like, he might even
Like-
be able to get Insanitarius first.
Like Whispering Helm Shrunken.
Yeah, pretty much. Because that could be really bad otherwise. Anyway, overall...
It's going to be Pebbles mid, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's going to be Pebbles Pyro mid. Pebbles Pyro mid,
He-
Puppet Solo shot, Short, and Swiftblade Suicide.
Mag and Tort running to ward camps, I guess? I don't know.
something like that.
And
Okay,
So-
so
mid Bubbles, too.
Bubbles mid. I don't like that.
I'm okay with it.
I don't know,
I'm a
because
huge fan of
Magnus
Bubbles.
and Bubbles, they both lose against a Puppet equally. I don't know how much more Magnus is going to do than a Bubbles. Bubbles, I think, stands a chance if he manages to play it perfectly. If he
Right.
never gets Puppet
God.
showed, then he can play it perfectly. But Magnus, he has to get close to get last hits. So I don't really like him on the suicide lane in this game.
this is a really like weird draft in a way, or interesting draft at least for both teams. But I mean, the lanes that they're gonna have is just very unexpected. I
It's
don't know
actually-
if Pyromonster is bottom.
Oh, sorry. Keep going. It looks
Yeah,
like he's
no, I
sort of
was just
hanging on bottom. It's kind of interesting because it's sort of the opposite of what it was last game. I mean, last game BMG had the really AoE heavy lineup. This game they got the Tempest, Magmus, Bubbles, all with big AoE ults plus possession from Malakin, which could give him AoE damage. And Hellborn are the ones with the burst from Pebbles, the burst from Pyromancer, the single target damage from Puppet. So it's curious. Things have sort of flipped around a little bit, and
I like what Sibu was doing down at the... Or wait, so, never mind. He was saving 500 gold to... I figured he would just get a large hatchet when he saw that he was up versus a Malakan 1 versus 1, but apparently he went for the Marchers anyway. No, okay, he sold it again.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So
That's
well
better.
played by him. Adjusting to the situation.
And he's gonna buy
Loggers.
Iron Shield. Okay.
No, iron. Why?
I don't know.
I mean, so the creeps don't deal damage to him? I guess that's okay. But,
Well, he's gonna spin right on Malkin's face.
Yeah, when he spins, I guess
And
that
force
makes
him
sense
out.
in a way. If he's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
keep
and
spinning.
but now he's already... I think
He's gonna
Swift
get lane
should
control.
generally wait till level 3 to spin, because he's got a very low mana pool.
Yeah.
But then again, he's just already regening it, like...
Yeah, but
then
look,
against
he's
Swift
already
players,
pushing
isn't
lane
like-
though.
I think he figured out Malakin doesn't have a lot of regen, and I mean Malakin now gonna be down to just a health bot, so one more spin, yeah, he's going for it right now. One more spin and Malakin's gonna be forced to use his health bot, then he's completely out of regen. Completely missed that. Haxorin's dead. Alright,
So it's a dual lane top.
yeah,
I actually do like that.
I'm okay with it.
Because
They
now,
really should've put-
Magmus.
They really should have put Pyro mid though. They can't have Pyro top. Pebbles needs Pyromancer to be there.
Yeah, definitely.
I just feel like it
Although
was
I
so
think
He's
weird.
got 310 GPM, so.
Yeah, I think
BMG had
Pebbles
perfect
beats-
picks in the beginning, like the first 3 picks. If they would have put the Pebbles at the top lane, it would have been so fine. But instead, they like pick a Puppet Master and they go with Pebbles in the mid instead. Now, like they're losing 2 lanes.
I mean, I think what it comes down to is that Haxorn likes to play carry, and I mean,
Well,
he likes to hard carry.
he
or
plays
at least
Pebbles,
play,
too.
like,
He does
Does
play
he?
Pebbles.
Yeah, I guess.
We've
Yeah,
seen him
that's a
play
good
Pebbles
point.
before.
He plays Pebbles?
Yeah.
Never seen that.
I haven't seen him play
He
actually
used
those
to,
heroes though.
he used to play along
Solo mid.
a lot apparently. I don't know. I talked to somebody who was like, yeah, Haxorn plays a lot of Pebbles.
But then it would have been perfect.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
oh god.
except for the fact that you have a Pebbles top, but.
I also like the decision by Ogre to actually man up here at the top
Yeah.
lane.
I really do like long lane dual lanes. I feel like trying to shut down the carry early on is really valuable. And
If the enemy here, yeah, if the enemy team doesn't have a jungler, I think it's fine as well. But you still need to be very careful about
Or
it.
keeper, because keeper doesn't count as an anything.
yeah, he's gonna be
Early
too
game.
passive.
Although I gotta say, I think he had some shitty camps to be only level 3 right now.
Yeah. Sure. I don't know how much tank that jungle's the keeper's horse, so it may just be an experience. I mean, we've seen a pretty significant keeper resurgence in the last couple of cycles.
Ooh, Haxorn.
Yeah. And he's gonna get hit by the chain reactions and the follow-up lava surge, but a bit of stun stacking right there. We'll see if they can actually turn this around. Puppet gonna be in a lot of trouble. He's probably gonna fall here. One more auto attack will finish him off. Yeah, Torture can get the kill. And now Magmus will be in some trouble. Eats a tree. And actually Keeper of the Forest running over here. Chain reactions. Torture, in fact, is gonna be the one. Is he gonna die? Doesn't look like it.
Oh.
He has a couple of tangos
Yeah,
and he
he's
will
dead.
be okay. Yeah, he's gonna kill himself to creeps though, so that's good. Masera in the meantime does die. Support manages to finish him off, so. Muck Muck. Getting himself
So,
denied.
guys, what I was saying, Pyro carry now and Haxorn support on Puppet Master.
Sounds good.
Just go all early, man. Like, honestly, I feel that this Puppet Master is not gonna do work.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's better to actually. I don't know if I should actually go for the Pyro carry, but like.
No,
like
Pyro
aggressive
solo
items of
top,
Puppet in
move
that
Puppet
case.
to mid.
But he's not gonna be able to solo top though.
Yeah, he's
It's
not.
Pyro
Like, he's gonna get wrecked.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
But yeah, I don't think they should have picked the Puppet at all. But hey, done it's done.
And
They're going at the top
Puppet
lane.
Show and the Puppet 2 hold, but not really anything to get out of that, so Puppet uses half of his mana pool and
Look at bottom, by the way. Look at what Zib is doing.
Yeah, he's really boxing
standing.
out this Pelican. It's just spinning.
Oh god.
Swiftblade cancer. I mean, yeah.
And this is how Swiftblade wins against melee carries.
Alright.
I think only like heroes like Magebane do really well. Because every time
Sure.
he spins, you just blink
Blink,
away,
yeah,
and then
you're
you
fine.
just drain his mana whenever he comes close, and then he can't actually spin on the wave, and then you have better attack speed, and well, then it kind of becomes an even fight, I guess.
Bubbles gonna jump a little bit by the Pebbles in the mid lane, but it will be fine. And okay, so now Pebbles has started to really fall off. We had 310 gold per minute on him a lot earlier, but he is now at 230 GPM, and Bubbles has started to recover a little bit, but still actually not quite out farming him, as he's just over 200 GPM himself. But wouldn't be surprised to see Bubbles start to really screw with this Pebbles a lot more.
I was kind of confused about Super KGE's build. He got the Pretender's Crown, a couple minor totems, and the regen. I don't know why he didn't get a shield. Even against the Magnus,
Yeah.
it's nice. And he's not getting the rune. Rune is actually bottom, it's a
yeah.
haste. But is he going to
I
run
guess it
all that
gets-
way?
It looks like it. And
Oh,
Tempest
God.
is going to cut it off, though, so he's definitely going to pay. He's no way
Unless
Tempest
Tempest
gets
dies. Tempest is gonna
Tempest
die
is
if he
not
tries
gonna
this.
die.
Nope.
this. He's gonna be
Haste.
fine.
Right.
He's
gonna
haste. How's he going to die? Oh, Stalagmites,
Ah,
yep,
it
not
was
going to connect.
almost, actually, that was
because,
close.
Uh-oh, Courier. Good. I shielded. Well,
It was a good try though with that second mindset.
Yeah.
Pebbles. If he would have hit it, he would have been dead.
maybe. I don't know.
It's only
Swiftblade was there with
680.
ulti.
That's true. So Slash would have been there.
Swiftblade would have hit the ulti.
Or just toss Tempest at Swiftblade.
Yeah, I don't know if he would have reached in time though.
Right. Well,
Don't
that
think
was
he would.
his turn.
But I really don't think Swiftblade should be rotating. He should just make sure that
Yeah.
Malikan gets nothing. Because, I mean, he's done a great job at it so far. But now Malikan actually has a Chalice, and he should at least spam his sword throw.
Yeah.
Even if it's
I
just to harass, just spam your sword throw
There
at
you go.
this. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. I appreciate it.
And even if Swiftblade
And-
spins now, he can just man up. Just hit him, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as he got creeps next to him. So that Swift can't ult him.
Then he has to be careful though afterwards for the ultimate. But right now Swift doesn't have enough mana, and I think he knows that. Actually, 175, no 200.
And he's
Oh,
going to counter with the sword throw.
This
Didn't
is gonna
connect, though, and he will be fine. Tep's coming in from the side, though. They're going to try to look to pick up a kill. The session didn't hit
He
either.
missed. And Tempest isn't. Oh man.
That wasn't good.
Nox, come on.
Well, they're going to turn this into a bot push, and Ring of Sorcery going to help as well. Clockmock's here. He's level 4, and he's got level 2 Impalement, so they're going to try to kill a tower, and very well could do so. Hellcan coming through?
Yeah,
No.
they're gonna get it.
Could be pretty
Good
easy.
rotation by Torture, Clockmog, getting down here as well to help with them.
Yeah, nothing Zibay can do about this, and so first tower of the game will go to Shrek is Love, and that'll get them back even in the gold lead. Since they're down a
The
little bit in
Legion
experience
have
pool right now.
destroyed a Hellborn tower.
I just feel like they can't stop the push now though. They should keep going,
Yeah.
either that or they should stack the pull camp and pull the lane back, because right now like Malikan is not gonna be able to get anything. He can't go up there that far.
I mean, they have a Ballista coming too, so might as well.
Yeah, it
But
looks
no.
like he's gonna stack either that or single pull.
Bubbles has taken over the gold lead in middle as well, 250 GPM compared to Pebbles at 215, so Super KGE is starting to really fall off here, and that's kind of bad, because they need him to initiate. Since
Yeah,
They are
Pebbles is
letting
a really
Puppet
weak
recover.
hero in the early game.
Which is why you need to dual lane him!
Yep.
Don't
Or
do
safe
that.
lane him.
Even in the safe lane, I think you need to dual lane him.
Yeah, of course.
I'm kind of confused though why BMG decided to pick up Puppet Master this game, because they saw how last game the hero was just not that strong in the late game.
Yeah,
Unless Zimbabwe
but
plays it.
I mean, I think they're probably well aware of the fact that they should have lost that game. And the only reason that they didn't was because Ogre basically let them win. And,
Yeah.
I mean, Puppet Master was
Not
very
to that
great.
extent.
That was actually a pretty fantastic display of how good Puppet Master is, despite the fact that he had no support from his team. I mean, I don't know if that's really, that game was really on Puppet Master.
No. Well, kind of. His positioning.
At the
Was-
end, yeah, there were he made some mistakes, but I think the loss there that Shrek is lost
Yeah,
of
yeah.
was not a result of Puppet Master failing.
I think it's a team decision a little bit though. I mean, what items that you should actually get. Like, it should be like the captain's role a little bit as well to actually
Sure.
tell Puppet Master what to get, or at least Puppet Master should ask for the team's advice, because it's always better to get 5 mines than just 1. I mean, everyone skips off.
Yeah. Well. That happens in here. We got a 1.5k gold lead and a 3k experience lead for BMG, so they've done better in the jungle in general. And actually, Pebble's gonna jump on top of the bubbles here as a double damage rune, and we'll get the kill really easily. We'll see a counter with the eruption from Magmus, but that's not
He
gonna be
doesn't
enough.
care.
Yeah, he's just gonna stand there and be like,
happened?
"All right, fine."
DDs are pretty nice on Pebbles, I
Yeah.
think. He does 260 damage.
Not
Holy
bad.
shit.
It's what 5 times.
What
what
happened?
Torch
Like,
was
how
hitting
did
for.
it get that kill?
He just stunned him,
And then,
hit him once,
Yeah.
tossed him, hit him
But how
again.
did the Magmus eruption come then? He just stunned in and used the Magmus eruption after Bubbles was dead?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, that seems unnecessary.
Well,
he was trying to
he
get a counter kill.
stunned. He stunned, and like the moment that Magma stunned, the last auto attack came in from the pebbles, like the second auto attack. So it was a really close thing.
Oh, here we go.
Yep,
Mid
and
lane.
with the Kelfield just on the 1 though. Pyromancer's
no,
here,
he missed the
Stalagmite's
second
gonna
mites.
completely whiff, and then he'll take the Kelfield stun, which made no sense to me. Pyromancer could be in some trouble as well. Pam will get to chase him down, her down, whatever. And she is dead. Here comes Swiftblade. We'll get the kill onto Staff on that Tempest, so we'll see if they can get anything else out of this. Who's having Scotch? Anyway, Malakin gonna come in here with the ultimate possession and keep the Force Root, gonna finish off the Terror Torture. And Malakin, is he gonna live? Yes, he is. He runs the hell out of there with the sword throw. Keeper Invis obviously not gonna work very well because he has no trees. Actually, the possession splash damage gets the kill there because he targeted the Puppet Master. But somebody's
Ogre comes out on top.
Somebody's having an
That was
alcoholic
poor
drink. It
placement.
sounds like, but it's probably
Hey,
not.
hey. No,
Is
no,
it
no,
you,
no, no.
Shortcan?
It's Coke. With ice cubes, because you gotta have ice cubes in your Coke. Otherwise, it's just like, no.
You are so wrong about so many things. Mayonnaise, ice cubes in your sodas.
Dude, ice cubes make the drink so much better, honestly.
You like to have watered down Coke? Is that a thing that you enjoy? Like, let's take this Coke and stick a whole bunch of water in it.
Isn't
basically what
Coke
you're doing.
made of like water already?
And syrup.
I know you're American.
You're
but
changing
come on,
the.
man.
You're changing the.
I know you're
concentration.
American and you like your sodas like full of fatty sugar and like
Yeah.
completely. Okay. Well, I'm glad we
Pebbles
got the
Mulligan.
agreement down.
Now we stop trying to talk about the game. Shortcan and I are busy talking about something else.
Yeah, I can tell.
We're not really sure
This
what, but
This happens every time.
it does happen eventually.
But yeah, Masera on the Magnus, although they did dual lane top and did decent, in the end he didn't really come out on top. I mean, he only has 200 GPM right now, and
Yeah.
honestly, I expected more. I guess he's been roaming a little bit too much, but I think that Magnus PK is going to be hugely important.
And they perhaps could have had it before Pebbles did, which would have been very nice, but instead, Pebbles is about halfway to his portal key, and Magnus is only about a quarter of the way to his, so that's not great.
Let's look at Keeper for a sec. Is he
Okay.
gonna get an
Look at what?
Astrolabe? Keeper.
What are we getting at? Oh,
I
Keeper.
doubt it.
I guess
actually has
he
a lot
wants
of gold
initiation.
Yeah.
Either that or... No, I don't think he's gonna go for the Astro. I think he should, but since he's saved up that much,
Straight
something
PK.
tells me he's not.
I mean, he could get a PK.
But I think Astro in
Right.
this game against the opponents that he's up against are just superior to the portal key. Like, they're gonna have the portal key on Pebbles, like, okay, I actually
Yeah,
went for the
it is
portal key on the
PK.
Keeper as well, but... I don't know.
Well, that's going to be necessary initiation because without the Pebbles PK, they don't really have too much of it. The issue is, it's not like they're going to set up a whole lot. It's mostly single target damage anyway, so
Yeah,
they
like Keeper
need
is one of
that?
those tools you use in the middle of a fight. You don't really use it at the start of a fight because then, like, your team isn't in position to get the most out of it, so to speak.
That's true. Probably gonna deal with some double stacked ancients. And we'll kill them all. Very passive game.
Yeah, I really feel like Ogre is making it too passive almost. They got a top lane steady now though for Magnus farming. Oh, right as I say that, he puts on Volcanic Touch and starts pushing a little bit, but as long as he can keep this lane here at the top lane, I think they're good with actually running or having the game going passive.
Yeah, I think they're okay with it.
As soon as it doesn't, or as soon as if BMG just stacks at pool camp, which they should, and get the lane back, I think that they should try to force something.
I think that they want Portal Key on Magnus and Bubbles, and until they get that, they're perfectly happy to just sit back and farm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really Hellborn's lineup that does a lot of early game burst damage. Puppet Master and Pebbles will fall off a fair bit. Although Puppet Master's not really there yet, he doesn't have Shroud.
I just don't think their draft makes sense on the Hellborn side. Like, they have Keeper, who's really strong earlier on. Like, of course, he's also really strong late game to counter the Tempest and all of that. But early on, with those dogs, he can push really early. And then they have a Swiftblade and a Puppet to, like, push it into late game, but then a Pebbles to go into mid game. It's like they're all over the place with their draft.
Or you could say that they're well balanced. That they've got Pebbles and Pyromancer to open up the map for the mid game so that Puppet and Swiftblade can get their appropriate amount of farm. They have strong team fight with the addition of the Keep of the Forest, and good gank potential as well as some pretty strong late game carry. They do everything fairly well. I mean, there's
But
really
they
not...
don't do one thing really well.
Late game? I mean, is Malakin going to be able to outcarry a Puppet and a Swiftblade? I kind of doubt it. Anyway, Bubbles is dead in the middle. And Pyromancer will get more powerful too. I mean, that's a hero that can occupy a farming role, so...
Yeah, I think
if
it's
she manages to
BMG's
get-
line for a game in the late game,
Right.
but
They have Tempest on the Legion
I
side,
know,
but
it
they have
just-
Tempest counter on the Hellborn side, so... I mean, the late game is essentially going to be about initiation. If the Legion side can get the better initiation off, then their AoE team potential is fantastic, and they'll do great. If they can't, and or if they get picked off before a team fight happens, then they'll get screwed. And it feels like a lot of games come down to initiation. I feel like I'm saying that a lot.
yeah.
Well, it's true.
That's
It's
how
important.
comp works.
Yeah. Like that's...
Like, you saw the game earlier today with
Yes,
Sink
I
and
did.
Willowkeeper,
I
where
saw
it was
all
all about initiation. About
Pretty much.
Elonia not getting caught out by Dr. Repulsor.
And she
But
just
then
kept
again,
dying.
what are you going to do? Because it's a Dr. Repulsor.
It's too bad. I mean, yeah, I like Alonia, but I like her as a support. I don't think she has too much potential as a carry. It's just too easy to kill her. Like, she has no escape mechanism. She's squishy as hell. She doesn't have reliable stun even. So she combines all the worst qualities of various other heroes. And she's magic
It's
damage
a glass
too.
cannon.
Yeah.
Glass cannon.
And it'd be fine too, like, because Soul Stealer is that way. The problem is, Shrunken Head doesn't completely counter Soul Stealer. So, anyway.
Yeah. Neither team can do anything at this point. Like, what could they possibly do? There's no way. If the enemy, or if either side goes over to the enemy side, they're gonna get punished. Oh my god, you see the
Yeah.
jump in the middle.
And they completely failed that. KGE gonna get turned on now as they realize pretty quickly that's bad. Kelphiel hits on both healers, but nothing else, so they do manage to get the kill on a KGE. I'm not sure if that Kelphiel is really necessary, but oh well. They've already used it. They'll turn this into a mid-tower push, which is actually pretty solid. Get something out of that. Sword throw goes through. Not gonna get anything out. Actually, they'll jump onto the Pyromancer. That's a fake.
Oh, Pyro?
That's a
Pyro?
real Pyro back
The
there.
Legion have destroyed
And
a
they
Hellborn
figured that out pretty
tower.
quickly because they killed the fakes. And actually stun onto 2, not bad. We'll see if she can get out of there. Keeper gonna need to invis her. We'll get that down, but they're still gonna kill her because it's not close enough. Keeper Root goes there, so Flea gonna spin on top of it, but really no follow-up. And bit of a wasted ult from Keeper of the Forest.
And Snowy, just as you were saying that neither team could do anything, god damn it, Snowy.
No, I said that if either team goes over to the enemy side, they get bashed, and that's what happened. Pebbles went
Oh.
over to the enemy side, and he got bashed.
Swift slashes, but there's 4 heroes there to eat the damage, and Zibe is just like, well, now I'm dead, because that was a terrible plan.
Yeah, they don't have a single word on the map either, BMG. Not sure about
They have
that
a
one.
red ward. Not sure that's
Yeah.
very
The
helpful.
ancients. Super good.
Yeah, it's in the woods.
Stopping some ancients from
Dude.
spawning.
They've got so much vision because of that ward.
This
But
game
this
is
is
weird,
like-
guys.
This is the time. This is the time for Ogre right now. They have the Shrunken on the Malakin, they have PK on Magnus, and they have PK on Tempest in very shortly. Or actually, he's gonna survive.
Yeah,
I
KG,
think-
no, maybe he's not, because Chain Reaction Torture will hit, and they're going to follow up with that. KGE, not a great plan to dive a tier 2 tower onto a Tempest that's going to Astrolabe.
It was close though. It was one hit
close.
from death.
It was close.
And I mean that's no investments on Tempest.
Alright.
What if KGE was in inputs? Is he in inputs? No, he's in strength boots. Okay,
Why would
but
you
maybe
wanna
he
be
switched
on
later on
In boots.
because when he jumps the Tempest, he wants to save mana, and then when you auto attack that first
Oh.
time, 10 damage.
Right, because he doesn't have enough for his combo, you're saying?
Or he had enough for his combo, he just wanted
Oh.
to save mana for later.
Massacre.
What I'm saying, he shouldn't have been on Int Boots unless he didn't have enough mana to combo, which he doesn't, I don't think.
Anyways,
Right, it's 200, 200, and... No, it's 120. Yeah, what am I... I was like, yeah, he totally
There's
does.
a
Why
shiz
am I
going
making
on at the
things
bottom.
up?
by the
no,
way.
no, but like to save mana.
Why would you want to
Just to have
save
more
mana,
mana.
right? Why would you want to do that?
To farm it? I don't
Oh,
know. Could
okay.
be good.
I don't know.
Alright,
To PK away afterwards, something like that.
you're trying to be sarcastic, but it's not working very well, because...
I'm not being sarcastic at all. I'm
I-
I'm seriously thinking like, what if he was in boots when he
The
jumped?
Legion
Like
had destroyed a Hellborn
most people do
tower.
that. I do that when I initiate with like a Magnus or something. With instead of using 215 mana when I'm in strength boots, I use 250 mana when I'm on int boots. So that's 110 extra mana. So it's actually like 20-30 mana less. I don't know.
Right, but then your auto attack does less damage, and it's not like you're going to use those cooldowns again, because the shortest one is 10 seconds. So...
Yeah.
You're not
Yeah,
going
well,
to shock again.
It happens at times. It happens at times. that
And you can
jump
also
against
swap
boots.
back to int boots if you need the mana. Anyway, I was gonna jump on top of
Yeah, but
Pyromancer.
you still,
Should
like,
be able to get a kill here. Shell surf there, one more auto attack. Yep. And support sad times.
Anyways, it was just
Malik and
just
bottom.
about efficiency, man. Malikan is just manning up.
Yeah. Well, there's two people here, and Pebbles doesn't want any part of this. So Malakin did go the Shrunken Head, and he basically went for the build that we said he should have. He was gonna have to go to Whispering Golem straight into Shrunken, which is gonna be really valuable for him in these team fights. Push book's being worked on by Magnus. This is going to be a good item as well. Always strong. Portal key on bubbles, and he's saving up 1,400 gold. So we'll see what he goes for next. Wouldn't be surprised if it's the second push book. We're inside after the PK on Keeper of the Forest. He's picked up Bring a Sorcery and Plated Greaves.
The
And Super
Hellborn had
KGE
destroyed a
has his
Legion
portal key as well,
tower.
but not much else. Puppet sitting on a helm and a shroud. Support basically got the Ion Stone. That's about it. And Zibe has the Energizer.
Mid lane,
and
mid lane.
Skull. Yep. Gonna be a lot of action here. Not be dying quite yet.
Not
Magnus
gonna
gonna be
get
saving the Voodoo Puppet, and they probably will get this kill. Bubble's gonna get the hell out of there, realizing pretty quickly doesn't want any part of that. So solid gank, and KG getting the kill. But Zibe gonna try to chase down this Torture. Does he see him? Don't know. Clockmok gonna drop a ward. They definitely saw him. He's gonna try to teleport out. So slashes. Nope. Clock's gone. And meantime, middle lane they do manage to kill Bubbles. So
Tempest stuck in
Yep.
awkward position as well.
he needs to be really
Oh,
careful.
he's going for it.
Yeah, there goes the Glacial Blast and the two-man Tempest Hole. They're gonna be able to get a really easy kill onto the Puppet Master, and they'll also manage to pick off Keeper's Forest. So well played. Zibe has Swift Slashes, but probably doesn't want to use them quite yet. And here comes Malachi with the auto attacks. Phoenix Wave not going to connect. So this will be a continued push. Elementals will split.
Am I seeing this right? By the way,
What?
Firebrand on Malikan.
Yes.
What? Firebrand for what reason?
No.
Attack speed?
It's a
Uh,
carry item.
I think Geometers is a really solid carry item, and
Torture
Getting out of the
is
puppet
dead.
show? Get out
Yeah.
of the puppet show, I guess? Or cancel Swift Ultimate?
Keeper Root.
But
Keeper Root.
yeah,
keep a root.
keep a root. When he gets resto, I guess, yeah. But I don't know about
Could
that.
be Dawnbringer. Just saying. Don't know if it's Geos.
No, he got to get the geometers in that case, but They're still very interesting. I don't think it's necessary.
That's true. Well, he's got the Whispering Helm, so.
To be honest, I actually do like geometers
Yeah,
on
okay.
Malikan,
I mean, it's
just for movement speed.
it's
it's
the
great.
most effective damage item in the game. Like, it adds 67% base damage. It's the best damage item in the game. Like, that's more damage than any other single damage item.
Yep, that's very true.
It only works if your illusions don't die immediately, but hey. I mean, this is a single target based team. There's not that much AoE damage in the Hellborn side, so it's reasonably possible that those illusions will stay up for a long time. They're going to jump on top of the Keep of the Forest, and he will get silenced out. Is then we have damage? Yeah, they will. They keep taking these kelp field stuns. That's the second time. Like, KG did it earlier, where he sat in the kelp field for forever, and then instead of just letting it wear off, he takes a stun. I don't think he was going to survive that anyway, but I don't know.
I mean, at early levels, I think you generally want to just run out as quickly as possible. Because,
Yeah. Well, it depends on where you are. If it just barely catches you, then I think you do want to run out. But if you're in the middle of it, by the time you get to the edge, it's going to wear off soon anyway.
no,
so.
it lasts really, really long. It lasts like maybe 6 or even 4
Right.
seconds. I mean, it doesn't take 4 seconds to run to the edge of it and break the
Well,
stun.
like,
Hellborn
if
destroyed a Legion
it's
tower.
early in the game and you get caught by it, you
The
don't have
Legion
boots or
had
something like that, then it'll
destroyed
take
a
you
Hellborn
a couple
tower.
seconds to run to the edge of the ultimate. And that's time
Like
that you
it-
could
okay, it lasts
spend
5
attacking.
seconds.
That's time that you could spend attacking.
Yeah, but if you're being ganked by multiple heroes, like the
Okay, well,
Pebbles
then,
was
if
at the
you're-
start,
if you're
I would just
screwed
run
anyway,
out.
you might as well just do damage that you can. If you're getting ganked by multiple heroes, you're probably dead.
Alright, you finished the geometers at least on Malcolm.
So.
Like, it's not necessarily bad. Like, I
don't think
like
it
the
is. No, it's fine.
creativity by Nox.
Yeah, I actually like it a lot as well because he's going to have to initiate it with the Shrunken early on. Like he needs to pop the Shrunken whilst, at the start just attacking. He has to pop the Shrunken because Keeper is going to use his ulti in the middle of the fight and he can't wait for him to use that. But yeah.
Yeah, well, he is gonna lack a little bit of damage from if he would have gone for something like Savage Mace or something, but he's still good. I think that as long as he survives in the fights, I mean, all they need to do is delay the fights and just survive that initial burst coming up from BMG, and they should be in a very good position to take the game. Or win every single team fight at least.
We're gonna do Kongor here as well, so should be seeing a token on the puppet, I would assume. Looking at a shrunken head.
I'm looking at like the Enchanted Flames on Malikan, and the 48 extra damage per auto attack is not base damage. That's normal damage.
So you're saying
that's
that
not going to apply to the Geo. So actually, his
Yeah.
illusions are going to have a lot less because Whispering Helm 20 damage, also not base damage. He's only going to have 30. He has 30 more base damage. Like, he has 30 damage that's base damage from his items, and, well, 3 from Chalice. So it's not too much. But if he gets a heart later on and a symbol, it's going to be a lot more.
And jump on Swiftblade.
I just
They get
really
possession.
like it.
I'm not sure that's gonna be enough though. Yeah. Are you sure?
I
I don't
personally
actually
really-
know. Like, maybe if he pops it while the enchanted flames are on, it'll apply. Because it.
No. Base damage is damage from strength.
I don't know. Deal 30% damage.
Attack damage is just, damage, and base damage is
Okay.
damage from strength.
So, like, if you get a Savage Mace and Geometer's Bane, did Geo's illusions get Savage procs?
The Savage procs are like an added thing, but they don't actually get the damage from Savage. Like
Fire Man's gonna get jumped on here, and it's like he will be falling right off the bat. Puts a Blazer Strike down onto Tempest, but that's not gonna be nearly enough. Zippy in the background running into stuff. We'll get him in Clock Muck. That's gonna be a pretty easy kill. So both supports dying right off the bat, but This is kind of a sloppy team fight. Neither side really being able to catch too much. Kelfield just on the Puppet Master. They will jump back onto him. Keeper Root is there. And Staff on the Tempest is going to die in the background as the Magma Disruption goes off. Nobody else dying. Malik going through with the possession. They get the token on Puppet Master, but now Malik could be in some trouble actually. No, the Life Essence and the heal from the Whispering Helm is just absolutely keeping him alive. They can't kill him. What the hell is really? Is he going to live?
Oh god, BMG are so mad right now.
Oh
They
my
call
god.
the what?
Legion wins.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. They're
What?
so mad. That was so sloppy in a way. Like,
What?
okay, they just rage quitted. They just rage quitted the game.
Seriously?
I mean, I could tell because that was so frustrating. Like, nobody was actually focusing Malikan at first when he was so low, and then Puppet Master lost his token. It took some time. Malikan had time to regen up his health, and then a Lava Surge comes and 3-man stunned him because they, missed their positioning. And yeah, I can understand them in a way, but the game was far from lost.
Really,
Holy
BMG?
shit. I have no words. So,
I'm
any last
confused.
thoughts, Quincy?
Let's go to Zowie first because I'm trying to pick my brain off the floor. I don't know,
Go,
Zowie?
Snowy.
Nope.
Not too much to say, other than that I felt like Puppet Master was weird to pick up in this game. It wasn't needed at all. They had a perfect lineup with the first 3 picks, then they ruined it with the Puppet Master carry for no reason. But yeah, that was so a very, very weird ending. But like, the entire freaking game was really passive, and BMG, like, they got a portal key on Pebbles, but they weren't able to follow up on him. They got an early portal key on Cod, but he wasn't able to do anything. It just felt like something wasn't right. I mean, the communication between the players, like what they wanted to achieve with the game, like how they wanted to like time their timings and stuff, just didn't work out for them. And I can tell for sure that they were very, very frustrated in the end.
Alright. Sure, Ken, you have anything to say? I know, chat's requesting that I show the last fight again, so I'm going to load back and replay and show it real fast. But, and then while I'm loading in, please talk.
I'm actually testing it right now, by the way.
What?
Malikan with the Enchanted Flames, it is, as I said, attack damage and not base damage.
No, too bad.
Yeah, too bad. But, Malikan, man. Difficult hero to take down. And I did say that this was the moment that they had to go when they had the Magmus PK, Tempest PK coming up and Malikan shrunken up. It was just like they kept winning fights. Even with the token on the Puppet Master, Malikan is so difficult to bring down.
Yeah. Okay, so I've loaded back in that last fight, and Malikan in the jump, so he jumps onto the Pyromancer, and pops a Shrunken Head. He gets the Blazing Strike on Tempest. He's still pretty well alive right here, and they're going to start focusing a little bit. Zibe killing Torturer, and Malikan's now out of the Shrunken Head, and still pretty high up on life. Now he's going to jump back in, and he's going to man fight with the Puppet, so this is going to get him real low. The Keeper Root also helping. He's got the Voodoo Puppet on him, and so the Voodoo Puppet goes away, pops the Geos, that immediately dies, and they focused him pretty hard. Like, Zibe was there, couldn't quite kill him. He managed to get the sword throw off, gets out of there, and they're trying to kill him. It's just not working.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on,
Yeah.
like in the background. I mean, Pebbles is jumping for I don't know which hero it was, and the Keeper was like jumping as well, and tried to get as many as possible in his ultimate. I mean, they could have picked up that Malikan a lot faster with the Pebbles, for example. But I mean, I'm not saying it's easy to actually
Right.
like make those calls in the middle of a team fight. I mean, but still, it must be frustrating.
That was weird. I don't know.
Malikan is just one of those heroes as well.
Yeah.
Like, yes, kill him when he's that low. But yeah, just didn't go down.
Much like Moon Queen. Or occasionally Puppet, depending on when they have the symbol or stuff like that. Or Doctor. He gets his ultimate off. Very annoying. Well, Ogre wins game 2, and so they probably should have won game 1. They did very well in game 2, and maybe they would have won it eventually, but I'm pretty sure they shouldn't have won it when they did. That means that this series is tied 1-1 and is going to game 3.